Newcastle's winning streak continues. After a 3-1 FA Cup win over Bromley, they've now booked their spot in the fourth round of the FA Cup.
Guess what, son? You're next.
So from the Lewis Miley masterclass, to the William Osula brilliance, to Newcastle United activating a January clause as midfielder was spotted at St James's Park, to revealing the exclusive details behind Paul Mitchell plotting an exciting double deal. Plus, after beating Real Madrid and Bayern Munich in a heated transfer race, Newcastle's new signing has arrived.
A lot of top clubs across Europe have been chasing your signature. What were the main reasons that convinced you Newcastle would be the next club to join?
As per, join us as we break it all down. Also, according to YouTube stats, only about 6% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you like this video or just realized that you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. You can always unsubscribe later. It's free. Enjoy the video.
Let's go.
So the first thing we learned was the Wonder Kid reminder. So Lewis Miley made a significant return to Newcastle United's starting lineup, marking his first appearance since February 2024. The 18-year-old midfielder faced a challenging start, having lost a duel that directly led to Bromley's opening goal. However, he quickly turned the game around, leveling the score just 8 minutes later with a stunning strike from 25 yards out. His ability to glide with the ball and maintain possession without giving it away stood out throughout the match. With both Bruno Guimaraes and Sandro Tonali benched, Miley demonstrated his capability to step up in their absence and ultimately earned the Man of the Match award. His performance not only showcased his talent, but also provided Eddie Howe with a crucial reminder of his undeniable influence in a match, having the most touches and the highest number of passes with a whopping 110 accurate passes, while achieving the highest passing accuracy of the match at 94%. He had a massive 9.2 match rating, 5 key passes, 4 out of 6 accurate long balls, 2 big chances created, 1 successful dribble, and winning 6 out of 10 duels. Miley's impressive showing against Bromley has undoubtedly given Howe plenty to consider regarding his midfield options. The Newcastle manager has praised the strength and balance of his midfield, particularly during the team's recent winning streak, where the trio of Guimaraes, Jolinton and Tonali has flourished. However, Miley's performance has raised questions about his position in the squad. He previously played a vital role in Newcastle's success last season, contributing significantly with goals and assists before his injury. Given his recent display, it is clear that Miley is eager to reclaim his starting spot, and Howe must find ways to integrate him into the lineup in the upcoming matches. As Newcastle prepares for their next game against Wolverhampton, Howe faces a dilemma in managing the midfield.
Lewis, a win, a goal and man of the match as well. Not a bad afternoon's work.
No, it wasn't too bad, obviously. I'm buzzing with my goal in it, especially 90 minutes, obviously. It's been a long time coming, really, and now I'm really happy with my performance today.
That was your first start for quite a long time here at St James's. You've had to wait a long time, as you mentioned there. What did that feel like to be back in the starting lineup?
Oh yeah, I was buzzing as soon as I got told I was starting. It was a relief, really, obviously, because it's been a long time, and I think I've done really well today, and hopefully I get lots more minutes soon.
You've obviously been back fit for quite some time. You've had to bide your time a little bit and wait for that chance. What's that been like?
Yeah, I think it's good as well, obviously, being with top players every day, training with them, it can only make us better. Obviously I was out for a long time, so I think I had to get back going again, and I think I'm back to myself now again.
It looked like a fairly comfortable win in the end today. It didn't look like that early on when you fell behind. What was the sort of thought process when Bromley scored there?
I think all the lads were just telling everyone to stay calm, really, obviously, because everyone can go a bit hectic after Bromley scoring, but I think we've done well to get it back. Obviously my goal, I think it changed it a bit, and I think in the second half we moved the ball a lot faster, and I think that helped us a lot.
It was a fantastic equaliser from yourself there. That must have felt like one of those where, did you know it was going in as soon as it left your foot?
I wasn't too sure because I hit my laces, but then I just saw it driving into the corner. I was really happy, and I think it helped us get back into the game.
There's a moment where I thought you were going to go and celebrate it as well, but then you seemed to try to get everybody back to the centre circle to restart. It took a while for you to kind of move in front, I guess. Did you have to just stay patient today?
Yeah, we had to stay patient. Obviously they stayed in a low block, which they try and make it frustrating, but I think we need to stay calm, and I think we did in the second half, and I think it proved a lot.
How important was it just to make it through today's time, make sure you're in the fourth round just to win it?
Yeah, obviously I want a good run at the minute, so I think it's good to keep going and getting wins and just keep looking forward, really, and hopefully we'll keep winning games.
What's it like in the dressing room when you've got that kind of momentum that you seem to have now after so many games, winning on a in the row?
I think everyone's obviously in a good spirit, everyone's obviously playing well, and I think that's good for the group because everyone's full of confidence and stuff, so I think everyone's in a good place at the minute and hopefully we can stay in that.
And for yourself as well, you spoke a month or two ago about needing more minutes under your belt, and that was kind of the next step for you. You've taken a big step forward today. What's the aim now going forwards for yourself?
Just my aim is just to keep looking forward really and hopefully getting more minutes and keep improving myself and playing with the good players really.
You're in a midfield unit at the moment that's very much in form as well, so it's quite a task ahead of yourself to kind of force your way into that starting lineup, I guess, on a more regular basis. How are you going to approach that?
I think it's good obviously being with them in training every day. I think it's better competing with people like that than people who you're better than, so I think it's good for all of us to keep competing, and yeah, I think that's good for us.
You're obviously on a fantastic run in the Carabao Cup. How much would a FA Cup run along the same sort of lines mean to you?
Yeah, it would be unbelievable if we get 2 finals. Obviously, I've won a cup in a long time, so I think if we could win any of the cups, I think everyone would be buzzing.
While Miley's performance has put him in contention for more minutes, it has also pushed Sean Longstaff further the packing order, who has struggled to maintain his place in the starting 11. In the match, Longstaff was actually involved in the build-up play, but was largely ineffective, particularly in the first half, which was characterized by poor touches and safe passing. Although he completed 52 accurate passes, he failed to register any single key passes, raising concerns about his impact on the game. While it is important not to judge Longstaff too harshly based on one match, his inconsistency has made it difficult for him to justify a regular starting position. Then moving on to the scary William Osula. The match showcased the brilliance of William Osula, who seized the opportunity to lead the line for Newcastle United in the absence of Alexander Isak. The 21-year-old summer signing made an impactful statement, scoring his first goal for the club during a thrilling performance in front of a packed St. James's Park. Osula's first goal was a testament to his skill and determination. Following a brilliant run, he executed a strike that was nothing short of sensational, demonstrating his potential as a key player for Newcastle. Despite having limited opportunities throughout the match, his relentless effort to chase down lost causes and contribute to the team's play endeared him to the fans. With 7.2 match rating, 1 goal, 1 shot on target, 1 off, 2 out of 2 successful dribbles, 1 big chance missed, 1 key pass, and 3 out of 4 duels won. His solid hold-up play further showcased his growing confidence and ability to impact the game positively. His relentless work ethic and technical skills, including impressive dribbling, as evidenced by him having the most successful dribbles in the match, and footwork, indicate that he has the qualities needed to become a significant asset for Newcastle. His desire to contribute to the team's success is evident, and Eddie Howe should exhibit more faith in him by providing more opportunities and cameos in upcoming matches. The goal actually meant that William Osula has continued to demonstrate his prowess in the FA Cup, maintaining an impressive personal streak that has followed him to Newcastle United, scoring his 7th goal in as many FA Cup appearances. This remarkable achievement highlights his ability to perform on the big stage, showcasing his talent and potential as a key player for the Magpies. Speaking after the game on Instagram, Osula said, "First goal for Newcastle, what a feeling. Thank you, Jehovah, all glory to you." The comments section was swamped with replies from Osula's fellow teammates, including Alexander Isak, who said, "Skrecky," which translates to scary. Nottingham Forest star Anthony Elanga commented, "That's my boy." Elanga nearly joined Newcastle in the summer, but a deadline day move for the Swedish winger never materialized. As the player keeps commenting on things related to Newcastle United, it seems he has a soft spot for the club. Bruno Guimaraes also paid homage to Osula's new hairstyle by saying, "Blonde hair means goal, brother." Osula wasn't the only Newcastle player to make an impact in the FA Cup. Trevan Sanusi also made his competitive debut for the club. The young star has impressed in the under-21s, and his inclusion in the first team speaks volumes about the depth of talent within Newcastle's ranks. Both players represent a promising future for the club, reflecting Howe's commitment to integrating young talents into the squad. Then the third thing we learned was Targett's masterclass. Matt Targett had a promising performance despite an early wobble, during which he seemed absent as Bromley charged up his flank. The 29-year-old quickly recovered from this shaky start, contributing significantly to Newcastle's attack. He provided a clever assist for Lewis Miley's goal and won a penalty, showcasing his ability to support teammates in the final third. Targett nearly added a goal to his tally with a deflected effort that came close to finding the net. having an 8.5 match rating, 1 assist, 1 clearance, 2 tackles, 0 times dribbled past, a massive 6 key passes, 5 out of 6 accurate long balls, and 5 out of 7 duels won. It was only his crossing that was left to be desired, with 1 out of 7 accurate crosses. But having the most chances created, he was excellent in this match. Interestingly, recent reports indicate that both Leicester and Brentford are interested in signing Target this January. The left-back reportedly earns a substantial £100,000 per week, adding another layer of intrigue to his future at Newcastle. As the transfer window progresses, it will be interesting to see how this situation develops, and whether Newcastle will choose to retain him or consider offers from other clubs. But should Newcastle keep him given their lack of a natural left backup to Lewis Hall, who came in and had a 7.2 match rating, 2 tackles, 0 times dribbled past, 25 touches, 26 out of 29 accurate passes, and won 5 out of 7 duels in the 21 minutes he played. Then the fourth thing we learned was that the job was done. Ultimately, as Fabian Schär noted, it was a professional performance from Newcastle. Anthony Gordon summed it up well as he dispatched the penalty with aplomb. Bruno Guimaraes also made a significant impact, with his presence elevating the team's performance. He consistently looked capable of delivering a defense-splitting pass, and his contribution was noticeable, even if he didn't expect to play a full 45 minutes. In the end, Newcastle's goal-scoring prowess continues to shine, as they fired 3 past Bromley, maintaining their impressive streak. While it was against a lower league side, the Magpies have now scored in 11 consecutive games across all competitions, a run that began in late November. Scoring 46 goals in 26 matches, the Magpies are in a fantastic position to create lasting memories this season. Currently sitting 5th in the Premier League, they are also just 90 minutes away from another Carabao Cup final. With their attacking form, scary midfield, and the emergence of young stars like William Osula, Lewis Miley, and Trevin Sanusi, the future looks exciting for Newcastle United. Speaking after the match, Eddie Howe said,
"Well, Eddie, not quite as straightforward a day as perhaps some might have expected today, but you're safely through to the 4th round. What was your take on that performance?"
Yeah, as you say, it was a tough game, a tough start for us to the match. I thought Bromley, firstly, I have to say, played very well today. I thought they made it difficult for us. They had a big physical threat in the game, direct play, set plays, long throws, and we knew that coming into the game. We were prepared for it, but still defending it and executing our plan is another matter. Their first goal comes from a long ball. We don't deal well enough with the second ball. It's a great finish from their perspective. And then we gave ourselves a much harder task, having conceded. But I think, in credit to us, great response from the players from that moment onwards.
9 changes you made to the team today. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, I just think the games that we've had, the high-level games as well, some players needed a rest today. I think it would have been difficult, again, going into a 3-game week to ask those same players to play again. So it was a chance for the squad today to take the burden and to show their qualities. I don't think it was the perfect performance from us. I don't think we were at our best by any means. But I think it was important that we did trust the squad, and they responded positively in the next round, and we've got some good minutes into their legs.
You mentioned the early goal there and the response to it. You had to be patient at times, particularly in the first half. What pleased you most about the way you kind of recovered, especially in the second half?
Yeah, probably the most pleasing spell for me is the second half, probably the first 20 minutes of that second half. I thought we were much better. That's how we want to play. First half we were a little bit slow, a little bit disjointed, too many long balls. Didn't connect well enough in the final third, but I think there's reasons for that. As I said, the players, you know, when you play together regularly, you get that rhythm. They didn't have the rhythm. The lads, I think individually there were some good performances, but as an overall team, we weren't quite at our best.
First start of the season for Lewis Miley today, and a great goal as well. I think he got the Man of the Match award too. What did you make of his performance? Yeah,
there's a lot of onus and responsibility put on Louis today as the deeper midfield play. He had to start a lot of our attacks. I thought he did that job really well. He scored a fantastic goal. Covered a lot of ground. He was diligent in his defending. So I thought Louis was a very good performer and certainly helped us in both halves.
And another player who hasn't had a great deal of game time recently, Will Osula, a first goal for the club for him as well. That must have been pleasing for you to see.
Yeah, I was really pleased for Will because he's been desperate for that goal, as you can understand, from a centre-forward's perspective. He's had to be patient. His attitude in training and to everything that we've asked him to do has been superb. So I think when you see someone give their all consistently, you want to see some reward and you want to see them get that feeling that they've worked for. And delighted with his goal. I thought it was an outstanding finish. And hopefully that will do him the world of good, and that's the first of many for him.
Getting through is obviously the main thing today, but as a kind of byproduct of that, you've maintained the momentum. That must be equally important for you.
Yeah, I think we don't take it for granted. We've certainly had experiences where we're not winning regularly and you're desperate for a win. So we never turn down the opportunity to try and please everybody, to try and showcase our talents. We're very proud always to play here in front of our supporters. A big win for us, and we progressed in the competition.
And 2 more games to come at St James's in the next few days as well. This must have been the perfect way to start that week.
Yeah, it's a big week for us in the Premier League. We now play Wolves and Bournemouth, 2 really tough games. Wolves with a new manager and a lot to fight for, and Bournemouth having a great season. So some important days for us in our season, but we enter it, as you say, with some good wins behind us.
Then moving on to some transfer news. Martin Dubravka had a steady performance. Earlier in the week, it seemed he might be heading to Saudi Arabia, but he was given the nod to start in Sunday's match. While you could argue he should have done better for Bromley's opening goal, he was largely untroubled for the remainder of the game. Despite conceding an early goal, Dubravka wasn't threatened much in the subsequent 80-plus minutes by the League Two side, managed by former Newcastle goalkeeper coach Andy Woodman. The 35-year-old made just 1 save, but was accurate with his passing with 15 out of 17 accurate passes and showed bravery in his recoveries. As fans remain unsure about Dubravka's future beyond the January transfer window, this could have been the last opportunity for them to see him at St James's Park. During the second half, fans chanted, "Martin Dubravka, we want you to stay," reflecting their appreciation for the long-serving goalkeeper who has been relied upon numerous times this season. Notably, Dubravka achieved a remarkable feat in December by keeping 4 straight clean sheets in the Premier League, a first in his Newcastle career. In fact, he was the only Premier League goalkeeper to achieve this feat throughout all of 2024. There's a growing sense that Dubravka may remain at Newcastle. Manager Eddie Howe commented after the game saying, "I don't expect any major announcement. He's very much a part of our future. I'm hopeful everything will die down." Interestingly, in a recent update according to Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle is now actively trying to persuade Dubravka to stay with a new contract proposal. Meanwhile, Dubravka remains Al-Shabaab's first choice, and they are prepared to wait for him with a lucrative offer, alongside interest from MLS clubs. Then moving on, Newcastle United have activated a January clause to recall midfielder Jamie Miley, who had been on loan at League Two side Newport County. The 20-year-old joined Newport in the summer, but was limited to just 8 appearances due to injury, with his last game coming in November. Recently fit and available, Miley had appeared as a substitute in Newport's last 3 matches. Miley was spotted at St James's Park on Sunday, cheering on his younger brother Lewis, who scored the equalizer in Newcastle's 3-1 FA Cup third-round victory against Bromley. There is reportedly interest from several League One and League Two clubs in acquiring Miley, whether on loan or permanently. Newcastle boss Eddie Howe actually praised Miley after the team's win over Girona in pre-season, saying, "It's a lazy comparison, but it was a very Louis Miley-type performance. And I mean that as a massive compliment because he was very composed on the ball and very diligent off the ball. I thought he really helped us. Good tactically, which isn't easy for someone so young to come in and deliver that. As always with Jamie, he's very level-headed and calm. That will have been a big moment in his career, and I was delighted with how he did." Then, Newcastle United's exciting future continues to unfold as the club gears up for the arrival of Georgian sensation Vakhtang Salia. Back in October, the Magpies announced one of the first signings of the Paul Mitchell era, reaching an agreement for Salia, who will officially join from Dinamo Tbilisi in August 2025, once he turns 18. Recently, the 17-year-old forward was spotted on Tyneside, where he met with Newcastle boss Eddie Howe and sporting director Paul Mitchell. This visit included a tour of the club's Benton training base, demonstrating the club's commitment to integrating him into their plans ahead of his arrival. Salia made his first team debut at just 16 years old and has quickly become a regular in Dinamo's lineup, scoring in a Europa Conference League qualifier and netting 7 times in 39 senior appearances. In an interview with Newcastle TV, Salia expressed his excitement about the move.
A lot of top clubs across Europe have been chasing your signature. What were the main reasons that convinced you Newcastle would be the next club to join?
My father and my agent convinced me that 2 Georgians has played there, and club has a history, so it made me think.
you have a message for the Newcastle United fans who will be watching this video?
Yeah, they can rely on me. I can say that, and I will work twice before coming here.
Mitchell was full of praise for Salia when the signing was confirmed, noting, "We're delighted to get ahead of a number of other top clubs to sign Vakhtang. Scouting and recruiting emerging talent is an essential part of building a sustainable future, particularly within the current PSR framework, so the market is fiercely competitive." He continued, "We continue to scout extensively, both domestically and overseas, with a view to securing players who can come through our talent pathway, and ideally, become part of the first team in future. We look forward to working with Vakhtang and wish him every success during his remaining time with Dinamo Tbilisi." Then finally, as YouTube wasn't allowing me to post my last video on this channel, I had to upload it on my other channel. So please subscribe to the second channel just in case it happens again, so you don't miss out on any exciting video. With that said, if you would want to know the secret double deal Newcastle is cooking up, click the video link on screen now.